All right. You know why we're here today. We're talking about one of the best ways that I think might be able to either sink or swim Drake on the comeback. And that's if he battles against Childish Gambino. Now I know what you're thinking. Childish Gambino, really? That's what this is. It's the beef that nobody knew was there because people and how they feel about Childish Gambino was probably doing another movie or video where this is a really good contrast of things. But the fact that hey, this has been something that's been lurking underneath the waters for quite a while, and why, in a weird way, should he it can actually benefit Drake. Now, look, I already know that most of y'all are just like, Childish Gambino, really? Like, yeah, this guy. But, look, Drake has did his thing against Kendrick. Um, we see that it's done. We know Drake Petty ass is probably going to do something else. Uh, look, I was like in the midst of it. I was over here, Drake doing this, doing that. He over here holding his own. I was like his song here, this there. Kendrick over here inflating stuff, all this other stuff, blah blah blah. And look, Drake lost. Now I was like, to some of y'all, it was a complete and utter wash from the very beginning. Which I feel like if you say that, then I'm like, you're not doing the justice. I was like, look, I was like, look, there was no winning, really, to be honest with Drake in any of this. To me, I was like Drake and Kendrick both got stands in a way that's hey, y'all are a bit obnoxious. Where it's like we're killing the Drake ones because he lost, but I like the Kendrick ones also were over here globbing in the same way. It's just that it's Drake and his fans over here, and it's like some of y'all are kind of weird with it. But I'm like, y'all are weird with it, or you're just like, please leave him alone, stop. While Kendrick people are really like bullies, where just like, yo, I'm stuffing your ass in locker. I was like, he says it. He gonna flip your ass over, or like, give your ass a wedgie with your boxers. Like he already done said it. Like that's how his fans is basically. And that's not really no shade. I'm just telling you what they are. One is the hey, I just want like, why are y'all beating me? Your mama ugly. Stop hitting me. Where it's like, why you gaslighting me like that? But I'm gonna beat your ass. Kendrick is like, I'm gonna just beat your ass, totally. And that's kind of what happened. Now, right now, Kendrick is living it up. I was like top song of the summer, playing all around the country, playing around the continents, playing around the I was like, shit, there's somebody on Mars bumping that not like us. They're like, I was like, they're over here. I was like, I mean, they're doing a crip walk on a red planet. That's crazy. Look, Drake is in hiding, and we're gonna have to see when this happens. He pop out and show himself. We don't know, cause I was like, I think Kendrick said, I was like, I know he about to release a project. He about to release something. He gonna take advantage of the whole thing. So while that's going on, what's Drake supposed to do? Drake just gonna throw back some little jabs, a little bit of pokey pokes. I was like, what he gonna do? Then Child comes up, and I was like, the song is yeah, I'm not gonna pronounce that. I couldn't understand it when he was rapping it, but basically, a full on diss to Drake. A lot of people are like, oh, he trying to build some clout. He trying to getting while the getting's good. When it's like, nah, he sort of been coming at Drake before Kendrick. To be honest, it's just that y'all just don't mess with Gambino like how y'all say y'all do. To be honest, now why I think Drake, which he will spill into this. I was like, I don't care how it went with Kendrick. I was like, he will spill into this because he done went back at Gambino with his little like LED. This is America was overrated, overhyped, whatever song. Drake, I was like, I feel like, hey, it's like, look, the way to get out your funk is to basically go do something else. Like how like what's the old thing where like you get out of a relationship? The best way to cope is to like get underneath another one or something like that. I don't know. I was like, you can tell where I stand. Yes, but he's going to respond. And the reason I said this could either sink or swim, because to me, this is I actually think this would be a bigger risk than Kendrick. The reason I say that is, now granted, it didn't go at all the way that Drake probably had planned it, because everybody out here dancing to a song that's calling you a P file. So you got to just deal with that. But none of us really thought that he was going. I was like, him versus Kendrick, while it could be a thing, was going to be a thing. Like you already, like I said, people who already just don't like Drake, people who already see Kendrick as superior. I was like, people who thinks that like the song that you do versus the song he do is on the same level. Even though y'all were the top, I was like top of the game. Even though I was like one Patrick Mahomes, and then it's the rest is everybody. It's Jordan, and then I was like, I guess everybody. I was like, I don't know if you would count him as LeBron. I don't know what you do with that here. What might be saying something else, but we was here for the battle, and I was like, everybody's 100% of like how they were. Where it's like that's not how you was at the beginning. With Gambino, the risk is, boy, if you lose to Gambino, that's a different type of L, because of the perception of how everybody sort of see Gambino. One, nobody sees him as a rapper, and then nobody sees him as a rapper or lyricist in the same way that you would get from like a Kendrick, or maybe what somebody would have felt like J. Cole before, especially for the apology. So it would be like hitting down in a sense. Now, the artistry, that's a different thing. But look, this is already something where, hey, I think a lot of people will be on your side with this, of being like, hey, Drake versus Gambino. Look, you might have lost to Kendrick, but Drake all day. Give me Drizzy all day. BBL all day. Yeah. And that's why I'm like, if he can do this, because I was like, I was like, to be honest, it's not going to hurt Gambino. Because if y'all already don't put him at that pedestal, it can't hurt him. He does other stuff. He does acting, all this other thing that is not going to bother him. I think it's supposed to be his last project anyway, which, I mean, I've heard him say that sort of before. But if this is, then it's not going to mean nothing. So, but you can be the one to be like, I was like, you get your mojo back. You would get something back. I was like, not from everybody, because like I said, the way that's a big risk, it will also be the thing that sort of shoots you in the ass as well. No pun intended. With the whole thing of being like, it's like, yeah, but you beat Gambino. Am I supposed to give you something for that, man? Like, like that's how it's gonna be seen. But if he able to throw out some big boy bars, come out, do sort of what he was doing with Kendrick, but in a way that's like Gambino, which I think is gonna be different, because the jabs will have to be different. You're not gonna go at Gambino the same way you did with Kendrick, because it's going at Kendrick. It's like you trying to be like hard with it, like yeah, but at the same, but you're like, man, he punched me in that chest though. Whereas like Gambino, it's like you ain't gonna go hard like this at Gambino. You just gonna be like, it's like you just gonna go with their regular and be like, hey, you trying to do this, sir? Is this how you trying to do? Yeah, I was like that. You could get back into good graces, because it could just be a stepping point. It could just be a step into just getting yourself back on track. I was like, I was like, you ain't gotta come out here and do it right now, because I said, while this window or whatever Kendrick's doing, you don't do it. Because I'm like, that's how you will lose really with Gambino, is because Gambino, then you got the Kendrick Lamar plus multiplier in the background, you're going to lose. You're going to lose. You got to wait till everything sort of just simmered down, tied down. I would like know that maybe it's like, like the song is going to be what the song is. It'll die out because of getting overplayed, but I was like, it'll die out. I was like, and look, whoever your mole is will be able to figure out when Kendrick is going to release. So therefore, before you really do something between that time. But yeah, no, I was like, This is something I think that could get Drake back on track. Like sometimes you just need. I was like, you got the yips, and you just got to sort of play through it. But once you start having a couple good games back to back, you fine. So I'm like, if he comes out and he starts hitting us with a couple songs, at first it's gonna be a couple sneak diss before he probably actually like does something. So he's gonna throw maybe he does like 2 or 3 good songs and we're just like, okay, is Dre trying to be back? Okay, he trying to do a little something. I guess it's all right. Ooh, what he say about so and so? Ooh, we just gonna get sucked into it. And then by then, next thing you know, we'll be back to a little level headed with Drake, where it's just like, oh, okay, he can still do music. He still is pretty good. It's fine. You can't be number one, but you good. You fine. You good. You straight. Now for Gambino in this instance, like I said, it doesn't do anything as far as losing. Can he win from it? Absolutely. Can he lose from it? No, no, because like I said, no. I was like, the people don't see him like that in that way, for a multitude of reasons. But also, it's like he would just bail out. Like I mean, like not like he ain't gonna apologize, nothing like that. But it's just kind of like, okay, that's it, and then he's gone. Especially if this is his last project, like I said, he's gone. Then what? Nothing. It was just a good amount of time in here, or whatever. Hell, to be honest, we could just get this song by Gambino, and then that's it. And then Drake just goes off on like his little petty beef sneak disses and never hear nothing else back. But I imagine Gambino would probably shoot back. Also, I think he'd probably be on features. I don't think he's done with music. I just think he's done maybe doing his main thing. Plus, they all say that and they always end up coming back anyway. But like I said, Drake, if you want to sort of get back, not in the good graces, because I was like, some of this is going to be, some of this is irreparable damage. Especially the A minor kind of part of stuff. But, hey, people were looking at it for quite a while. And look, you're a punching bag now. But I was like I said, if you come out with some big boy bars, not no hard bars. I'm not trying to say no hard bar because you sort of losing that for Kendrick the way you did. You can't really come out here with hard bars. Just like J. Cole's gonna be kind of tricky to say, hey, I'm your number one top guy. Nobody wants to battle with I. Like that's you're gonna have to reword that a little different there, buddy. Yeah, I was like, but if something pops off, I'll be excited for this. I mean, I think everybody will. Even if you're gonna pretend like, no, I'm not Gambino versus Drake. Like they're almost alike and different in a lot of ways. That is really funny of why people do or don't with Gambino. Which, like I said, we'll do a video on that spectacle as well. So it's sort of like a part one of should he battle Gambino. I think he should. And I think he will. I was like, will he win it? That's a different debate because something got to start in order for that. I'm not just gonna jump to a side, but I will say, depending on how it goes, will be a sink or swim situation for him. The risk versus reward. Is it enough, Drake? We will see if something pops off. But until then, hey, peace. I'm out. Okay, I meant to ask, would y'all like to see this rap beef and who you got in all this, kind of thing. Yeah, that's my bad. But other than that, yeah, you already heard it. Yeah.